Hey guys, welcome back to Seven Boys. We continue on with number 2's route. As I went back to the vanilla yesterday, I fell in my bed. My spirit and body felt very rushed, as if I want to escape from all of these. I fell asleep soon. However, I was waking up because nightmares for many times. And there was golden eyes in my dreams which kept watching me. I tossed and turned, and finally the daybreak. What?
I'm laughing at you.
What?
I fell on my bed. I'm talking back like that.
What? The thing is,
I fell on my bed today.
the thing is, we're changed like this. I don't think English is their first language.
And when you said that, I thought you literally told your artist that you fell off your bed today.
You're
So
stupid.
I laughed, I paused and laughed, and I thought, oh, she read something.
You bitch. Laughing at people's misfortunes. I tossed and turned, and finally the day broke. After I washed and dressed, I walked to the dining room. There's no one in the dining room. I sat down and quietly waited in the more of baked pancakes for the kitchen quietly. Soon, number 3 brought the breakfast here, and other people came in succession. Don't you think there are so few people here today? Number 2 and number 0 are not here, and number 7 is also not here. It's too unusual. I haven't seen them since breakfast. All of the members of the agency are not. Doesn't it mean our opportunity to escape finally comes? I'm afraid things are not that easy. It's better to go to the agency to have a look rather than guess here. Huh? Now? Anyway, let me have my breakfast first. Although I do not know what happened, we can do nothing if we're hungry, can't we? He really is a leisure guy. Leave it at that anyway. What number 6 said is right. Let's go to the agency after breakfast. Listen to my persuasion, sat down and ate the simple breakfast quietly. At the end of the meal, number 2 pushed the door and went into the dining room. Great, you're all here. What happened? What's the matter? I have something to tell you, which was from number 1. You're free. What? Hey, are you serious? Wouldn't it be a trap? It's not a trap. You're released, and you can go anywhere you want. Why you suddenly decided to release us? Because there is a serious disaster in the North Island. Many island areas have been out of control. Number 2 told us the shocking things in a flat tone as usual. Can you explain why it did happen? Where's number 7? And where are number 1 and number 0? I can't tell you where number 1 and number 0 are. I didn't see number 7 either. When the dining room was in intense atmosphere, I heard the sound of steps in the corridor. The person who ran in was number 7. Gasping. Let's escape, quickly. Black Small has come. Members of the agency have evacuated. You had better escape too, to the forest, to the direction of the South Island. It's like number 7 said. You can go out of the agency and have a look on the street, then you'll understand. Number 2 stopped for a moment and looked at me. Snow White, you escaped with them. Huh? I said what I should say. I'll leave too. Good luck. Number 2 turned around the door. Watching his back, I do not know why I have a very bad feeling. We gotta stop him. I called up to him and grabbed his arm. Number 2, where are you going? Don't you want to go with us? Before the world is destroyed by the black mist, there's something I have to do. I must go to witness the end of the two people. But if the situation is like that you said, isn't it very dangerous now? You have to escape with us. I will never let you leave me, after all. You're free, are you not? You're really stubborn. Well, I'll go with you for the time being. Come on, let's leave the Black Street together. We left the island together on the Back Street. I keep calling them Black Street for some reason. We didn't see soldiers who were always patrolling nearby all the way. We walked into the agency and found it was also surprisingly quiet. We passed the gate, which had been guarded by heavily armed soldiers. I never thought of the day I would go out of here with all the other people since I came to Back Street. We walk around the street. As soon as we reached the temple, which I had been with number 2 together. However, we are now stung by the sight in front of us. The sincerity is surrounded in a black mist, as if it's a giant mouth is devouring the town. My God, what the hell is that? Danger! Do not get close. The North Island is slowly disappearing. Escape soon. No one restricts our freedom now. You go first. I have to go to a place. Hey, I think we don't have the time. Don't you see the black mist spreading here? I'm sorry. I'll go after you. Number 5 finished and ran away. With an uneasy feeling, I walked to the forest together with the others. We ran across the street to the forest. We went all the way south for a long time, until night came. The road in the forest was difficult to walk. I walked all day tensely. My legs were heavy as if they were filled with lead, and couldn't move even one step. Let's take a break. It's a bit dangerous to continue walking in the dark forest. Let's stay here until day comes. I agree. I've been too hungry to walk. I'm going to find something to eat. Dead dogs. After their bickering, number 7 and number 3 went to find something to make fire. Number 4 went to find some water. Number 2 and I stayed. After about half an hour, they were back. They picked up some mushrooms and edible white herbs. We made a fire and roasted the wood, which is barely enough to fill our bellies. Late at night, we felt tired, leaned on the trunk, and drifted off to sleep. I had a dream in which number 2 was enveloped by a black mist in front of me. I opened my eyes and arms and saw the children's sleeping faces. At this time, I saw 2 left the fire, walk deep into the forest. So I stood up quietly and followed him. Walking in the moonlight, I almost lost track of him several times. We walked for over 10 minutes until he stopped. Then I heard him sigh. Snow White, when will you want to stop following me? Sure enough, I was found. Why did you keep silent? I'm afraid you would turn me back. You're really comfortable. It's safe to be with them, don't you understand? But I want to be with you. What if I'm stepping towards death? I was dumbfounded when I heard it. Even so, you want to be with me? If so, I have more reasons to be with you to prevent you from doing that. You really got me, stubborn Snow White. Well, you just follow me. Where are you going? The castle and the forest. Number 1 and 0 are there. At this time, I thought of what number 2 said in the dining room this morning. Before the world is destroyed by the black mist, there's something I have to do. I must go witness the end of the 2 people. Number 2 is the thing that you must do. Yes, I'm going to visit them. I have held out living until now because of this day. He turned around and continued to walk. I kept up with him in a hurry. As he walked, number 2 suddenly stopped. Don't come here. Still having a few steps away from number 2, I stopped in the fog. After a while, I saw him lead down. Number 2, what's wrong? There's a snake. Really hateful. Huh? Have you been bitten? Yes, I did not see clearly. It seems that it had run away. Would it be poisonous? You have to deal with the ruin as soon as possible. It's a long way from the castle. But there may be a village a far distance from here. Let's go there to see it. Number 2 and I carefully continued to move forward. However, we did not find a village, but walked into a cemetery. There's a college deep in the cemetery. The door did not lock. Hello, is anyone here? Is anyone here? I cried out 7 times, but did not get a response. There is a bedroom on the side of the room. Number 2 went in and sat on the bed, rolled up his trouser legs. I saw his ankle swollen become bruising. Sure enough, it was a poison snake. What? What should we do? In addition to a bit numb, my foot has no other symptoms. It appears that the contact of this snake is limited. It won't make people die immediately. Number 2, why have you been so calm? So many terrible things have happened. The North Island was divided by the black fog and you have been bitten by a snake? The situation is very bad. I'm sorry, Snow White. I made you feel uneasy. Why do you apologize? This is not your fault. I do not know why I solely remember the real world memory which I have already forgotten since I met Snow White. Huh? Really? Yes, it's really incredible. So I almost gave up the plan to destroy the world. Watch number 2 who was smiling quietly. The quiet smile on number 2's face. I felt a chill bump. Number 2, what did you do? I said that as the time I forced to take drugs becoming longer and longer, my memories in the real world are also slowly disappearing. But only my memories in the real world have disappeared. I can remember the memories in this world very clearly. My mother was involved in this world with me together. Like me, she appeared in the North Island as an adult and was forced to take drugs for adult illness for study. However, her resistance was very weak and the side effect was very strong. Number 2 lifted his bangs. I saw a scar on his forehead. I was stabbed by her once she got crazy. She couldn't recognize me at all. It was not long after that she died. Before she died, she restored sanity for a moment. Do you know what she told me at last? Live on and escape from here. But from then on, I gave up the idea of escape because I will let number 1 pay for that. However, because of the existence of number 0, it's impossible for me to get revenge. Number 0 was Number 0 who absolutely obeys number 1's orders is not a human, but a monster. Every day when I was tortured by the side effects of the drug, I was on the verge of despair. Maybe I should end my life and make me relax. But I didn't do that. I still lived on. I didn't know what number 1 was thinking, but he let me work in the management agency. Although number 0 was monitoring me, I had freedom to some extent. Somewhere in the forest near the North Island, there is a mine. One day, something strange happened on the children who were working on that mine. A lot of people died of the disease in succession. In order to investigate the matter, number 0 and I went there together. Then I quickly discovered that it was due to the poisonous gas within the mine. Why there is a poison gas in this world? This is actually very unusual. Later, we went there a few times again. I spent a lot of effort and finally secretly got gas samples from the mine. I made great efforts to use the sleep time to avoid number 0's monitoring to study the gas and explain the poison gas. The poison gas is the prototype of the black mist. God, you probably figure out what's happened later even if I don't continue. Crazy person playing another game. What I've seen and experienced in this world has made me completely disappeared. In order to prevent the constant involvement of people here, I can only destroy this world. But if you do it, even yourself, yes. But because of the loss of my memory in the real world, I only have experience of this world in my mind. So I do not fear, and I do not regret. But after I met you, I hesitated. Because if I destroy the world, you will die. As my memory slowly recovered, I thought of many good memories. Family, friends, lovers' smile. Those good memories made me feel unwilling to forget. If I die, those memories will disappear. Watch number 2, who has said everything quietly. My heart aches like prickly. Now you know everything. After dawn, go back to those children. I think they're going all the way south to the direction of the forest amusement park. Although I think this is a meaningless behavior, if you do not do anything, it will be more important to face the horrors of death. And I'll go to the forest castle to find the two men until the last moment. I won't. Number 2 to escape with me. You're a complete idiot. I just said so much. Were you not listening? You've done so much. Your revenge has been completed. Next, you should complete your mother's wish, shouldn't you? She wants you to live on and escape from here. Although the black mist is constantly approaching, we're still alive. As long as we are alive, cannot give up hope. I will not die in vain. I absolutely won't give up until the end. Because if I give up now, I will immediately be crushed by fear. To my surprise, you said such words to chief culprit who had caused the current situation. I don't know how to reply to you. How the hell did you guys grew up? I'm just an ordinary person. The strange person is you. Can anyone develop anything like poison gas? I am a scientist in the real world, so I'm number 1's mother's assistant. Huh? Really? Yes, number 1 was sent in as an experiment by his parents. Sent in? Wait a minute. I do not understand what you're talking about. Then I'll tell you what I think of on the secrets of this world.
Whoa! Real lady.
From the structure of the world. This island is in the spiritual world made of consciousness. The source of the spiritual world is a sleeping child. In the real world, he was very sad. After he fell asleep, he constructed this world by his consciousness. According to his idea, it will be a wonderful fairy tale world. All the people who have been harmed will return into children in this world. However, he is too naive. He thought as long as people turn into children, they will be happy. In fact, although their figures changed, their minds didn't change. There were still people with guilt in this world, didn't change in the way he hoped. At the same time, in the real world, the boy's father was trying to awaken him. He did a lot of things in order to pull him out of the spiritual world, but the medical science could do nothing about it. Later, the boy was discovered by the certificate research institution. They were very interested in the inner world of a boy. As a study, they extended his life through many super scientific ways. The boy was affected, so the spiritual world was unaffected. Adults and many things that did not meet the rules of the world sculpture began to appear. An experiment researchers sent 2 patients who were in a coma because of a serious disease in the spiritual world successfully, but they didn't get any observed results. At the urge of a scientist, 6 adults were in a coma because of the serious diseases were sent in, and the result were the same. The 2 volunteers came into this world. They kept the order of this world while doing research. Later, a serious accident happened in the laboratory at the time 3 scientists were involved in. Oh, I don't know the things happened later, but because I was involved at that time. In other words, you're one of these 3 scientists who were involved in by accident? Yes, and the other people, because they turned into children, lost their memories. I can't make absolute sure. At the time that the scientific researchers who were involved with me are Kevin and Rock, who are number 3 and number 6 on Backstreet. Oh shit! Oh, black hair and the yellow hair kid. Kevin joined the research team halfway, and Rock was number 1 student. The volunteers came into the world before are Race and Radical. Radical is the name of number 1. Race is now the owner of the Forest Castle, while Randall has created the Order of the North Island. I haven't seen anyone who are similar to the 6 people who came in early in the North Island. Maybe they went to the South Island. Then what about the first 2 people? The first people who came into this world. Wouldn't they be? I think they were number 4 and number 5. I didn't think that the identity of the children are on the backstreets or like this. This is a wonderful fate after all. I did not thought they all the spirits of people who died in this world will die as well, and they will never awake in the real world. However, the frightening thing is that the civilization in which human society has evolved for thousands of years have gone to nothing in this world. Everything is restructured by scientists with the real world memories, including mortality and law. Mortality and law. These things I often think. If after entering the world, number one had lost the memory of the real world like other children, would everything have been different? If I hadn't lost my memory, would I have prevented him? If I had refused to join a research project, if the day the accident happened, my mother had not come with me. However, no matter what I think, I can't change the result now. Everything is destiny. I said too much. Now I'm a little tired. Today I'll sleep here. What about you? You really do not intend to go? Yes, I want to stay with you. Well, I just took the drug and may not attack tonight. But just in case, you take the bedding. I'll sleep in the living room. I took the bedding and went to the corner of the room. Don't you go out? I do not worry about your situation. If I stay here as long as you call me, I can hear you at any time. It's up to you. I turned off the lights and hid in the corner with a quilt to wrap myself with. However, I felt very afraid in the dark. If I closed my eyes like this, would I be devoured by the black mist before dawn? Thinking of this, I cannot fall asleep. At this time, I heard number 2 was curled up in the bed, whispering weakly. Snow White, thank you, I'm sorry. I don't know what it was. What was that? It was somebody said by him. Somebody said by him. I don't know. However, hearing the voice, I could not help my tears falling down. Sure, you suck.